Today is breeding part 1 and 2. I know a lot of you have been begging for me for this video, and I just had a comment today. He was like, "Oh, please post a video." Stop leaving all those freaking comments. I have a life. I can do what I want, and if I don't post a video, big deal. So be it. Anyway, this video is going to be breeding part 1 and 2. You know, Fruit Loops is my favorite. This is actually my favorite shirt, and I decided to wear it today because you guys have never seen it. I have like a whole lot of clothes, but it so happens that every time I film, I almost wear the same exact clothes, so it's just so weird. So let's go on to the breeding part. Toucan guy, this is a shirt. Some people will know where I got it, but I don't wear a whole lot of like Abercrombie. I don't have anything from Abercrombie. I have one shirt from Hollister, which I don't ever wear, and I wear some Aeropostale, which is kind of a cheap brand name. Anyway, the supplies you're going to need for breeding are 40-gallon breeder. You can actually use a 20-gallon or a 30-gallon, but 40 breeder is the best. It's huge. It's probably, I don't know, 40 gallons, of course. Let me get my paper. You're also going to need 2 snakes, of course, starch and D. You're going to need a normal cage setup, which includes a substrate, which right now is paper towel because I'm out of Carefresh, and I've heard some people calling Carefresh bad, but that's what my reptile guy recommends, so I'm just going to keep using it. It also includes 2 hide boxes. I should have 2, but right now we have the laying boxes in it as the moist hide box, so we're just saying those are the 2. You're also going to need a large water dish. That's pretty big. Yeah, my hand could fit in there. You're going to need, I'm looking at this paper. You're going to need, yeah, that's pretty much it. Things you don't need are the sticks, the rocks, and the plants. So you're pretty much just going to need a normal basic setup. And I forgot to mention you're also going to need a laying box right over there. Starch is liking the paper towel. You can see he's under it. But you're going to need a laying box. I'm going to cover how to make a laying box in a couple next videos, probably the 5th part maybe. And the things you don't need are a gram scale. I'm actually going to show you guys all these items at the end after I explain them all. You're not going to need an incubator, and that's pretty much it. Everything else you're going to need. You don't need you don't need to record all of them. I like to record my hatchlings just for fun. I like to see how they grow, but you don't need to do any of that stuff. You pretty much just need to feed the hatchlings and water them. That's all I need. So inside my closet, this is actually the gram scale weigher thingy, and it's where you put the snake or whatever in there. In my closet, we have the incubator. Okay, I got to turn on the light. Sorry about that. The incubator is let's see, Hovabator incubator model 102N. There we go. And an incubator, you don't actually have to have. My pet store actually incubated my first clutch for me because I didn't have an incubator back then. And some you can just make out of a Tupperware, like these right here, and just a heat mat. That's what actually Tubby Snake 3 did with his leopard gecko eggs because he doesn't have an incubator. That's actually a really good idea. Then you don't need a gram scale, which I like to use the gram scale because it's just easy, so you can weigh your snakes, see how they're growing. So, yeah, you don't need this or this, but you're definitely going to need some tubs for the hatchlings, and I'll cover all that stuff in the next video. So this is just what you need. This is breeding part 2, so put down your notes for breeding part 1, get out a new set of notes. This is actually a really, really, really short part. I just have a tiny, hang on. I just have a tiny, tiny list right there. It's how to sex a snake. After you have all the things, you're of course going to need a male and a female. I actually did sex Courtney, and she is a female. And there are several different ways to sex a snake. There's popping, you can check out my videos on that, but you cannot do it with a snake over 20 inches. That could really injure them. Don't do it. Then there's probing. You can have that done by a vet or a professional. You can do that anytime. You can even do it when they're first born. It doesn't matter. There's tail sexing, which is not very, well, yeah, it is. Let me show you a picture of it. This book you guys have to get. It's a really good book. Oh, let me find it. Sorry about this. So that's popping. That's probing. And this is tail sucking. So this is a male. These two are males. You can see that this is a male because it has a thicker tail, but this one has a thinner tail and a shorter tail. So that's pretty much how you tell a male from a female when they're over 30 inches. And then there's length. A lot of people say that corn males are smaller than girls. They are totally not. I have proof. D is half the size of Starch. Starch is ginormous. I have proof. Screech is a male, Starch is a male, and they're both bigger than D. I've heard for ball pythons, though, that females do get bigger, but definitely not for corns. Don't listen to the people who say males get smaller, because I know I have proof. So that was pretty much it for breeding part 1 and 2, and hopefully I can have the next breeding part up by tomorrow. Hopefully the next breeding part will be, will be how to cool a snake or seasons and putting the snakes together. So look for these next videos tomorrow or the next day, and see you guys later. Stay tuned. Bye. I forgot to mention one thing that is really important. I just couldn't leave it out of the video. I now have a blogger. Rainy gave me the idea, Caterpillar Giraffe. She's awesome. Thanks, Rainy. She gave me the idea, and CE Exotics has one too. They got from me. She has it's like a blogger. I post daily blogs, what I'm doing, what videos will be coming up, stuff like that. So check that out. It's www.cornsnake33.blogspot.com. I'll post a link on the description box that way or that way, whichever way. I think it's that way. Anyway, see you guys and stay tuned. Bye.